Welcome to Good Night Book with Erica and Nate.
So I actually downloaded this as a PDF, and I spent most of my time with it. It came like sideways. It came in sideways. So
no.
I spent most of my time with it just going page by page, rotating it
Yeah.
before realizing I could have just done that in bulk. So that was kind of part of my experience with the book, unfortunately. Do you have any?
No, that's a unique experience because I
Oh,
think
you didn't have that.
I did not have that. No, mine's very analog. Mine is my husband's original copy from childhood,
Oh, wow.
which he's kept and is very protective of, but it's in really terrible shape.
Oh, in what way?
Oh, just dog-eared, and half the binding is missing and taped, and it's delightful, in a way, to have that kind of
How does it smell? I feel
roughness
like
to it.
old children's
Some
books
pudding on it.
smell pretty good. Yeah, like pudding.
Yeah. It's like a sensory experience. Tactile. It's
4D children's book.
Oh yeah, it's like bringing me back to having oatmeal in the mornings and a dill pickle before bedtime if I just smell it right.
If I just
That
smell
was my
it right.
bedtime routine. I don't know about everybody else, but I was for sure like a dill pickle before bed person.
Oh yeah, for sure. I always had a nice glass of pickle juice. A warm glass of pickle juice before I...
Well, the doctor always says you should just jack that sodium level right to the sky before you go to bed.
That way you don't pee the bed because it gets soaked up.
So dehydrated.
Yeah, you're so dehydrated. There's no way that can happen. Which, I mean, of course, means we're talking today about Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. Was that a segue? I don't think that was a segue. We'll edit one in later. Don't worry about it. I'll come up with one.
Please do.
Get in the writer's room. Anyways, so Green Eggs and Ham. I think most everybody's heard of it. I think this is a very famous children's book. Would you say that?
I think you can. I think it's safe. This is a safe space to say
Okay,
that.
thank you. I kind of feel like maybe it has fallen out of favor. I don't see it around a lot for sure.
Well, there's so many more new ones and more topical, it's not a book that's like teaching children a valuable lesson or
no. And it's, there are
getting
a lot
them
of
aware of the issues
now.
of our time. Yes. Vegans. This is this is like the anti-vegan.
This is. Although really the guy is not eating it most of the book.
True.
So that is kind of,
it's just sitting there.
Yeah, it is a bit vegan until.
Oh, maybe there is a lesson to be learned here.
Yeah, the original final page, they don't have anymore because there weren't enough, because there weren't enough pages. They didn't have another page to put on there. They just didn't want a blank one on. So the original final page was then he pukes because the green eggs and ham were so disgusting.
Very vibrantly colored vomit.
Very. So, yeah. Also, I think probably I think there's some Dr. Seuss problematic, racist things that maybe just was like this one doesn't seem problematic, but I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's insidious. Apparently, it's in everything. I really don't know. I did not honestly do much research on Dr. Seuss. People can Google him.
Let's actually pause for a second for people to Google him. All right. And you're back, and I hope you found out a lot of valuable information. There's problems, so maybe that's why. Maybe his whole catalog is a little like, there's like you said, there's new stuff. There's plenty of new stuff.
Yeah, at Barnes and Noble, they hide it behind the other books.
Well, they have it in the medical.
We have it, but
medical
you have to
book
find
section.
It's not even in the kids.
Because it's Dr. Seuss.
Yeah. Good one.
Thank you so much.
Can I read my summary?
Oh, please. I forgot about the synopsis.
Yeah,
I'm just here we go.
Bated breath. Wait, mine's very short today. Okay, so this is about a curmudgeon who gets mad at a youngster racing by, and then suddenly the conversation turns to oddly colored food.
All right. I've got a synopsis. A little fuzzy guy harasses a bigger fuzzy guy about food and locations, and turns out he was right.
Ooh, that leaves like a little room for interpretation. I like it.
Hmm.
Who is right?
Who's he?
We
Yeah, I
shall
thought about
see.
that.
Yeah.
The little fuzzy guy. Sorry, I just
Yes.
gave it away. I'm not very good at building suspense, I guess.
No.
Sorry. Uh,
I think yours are always spoiler alerts
so
worthy.
here's so I should spoiler alert. I'm going to talk about my ankle now.
Okay.
I actually have a Dr. Seuss or a Cat in the Hat tattoo on my ankle. I don't know if I've ever read Cat in the Hat. This is an I was 18 years old in 3 days. When I got this, I did not intend on getting that when I went in there, and then I did. It was pretty cheap, and I did a lot of backpedaling or like justification afterwards as to why exactly that happened. I don't think I know. But I think I used to like the fact that Dr. Seuss would just like make up stuff to rhyme instead of like writing, good
Words in the
poetry
English language.
or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that kind of like FU to the system. Like, I guess the older I've gotten and the more boomers I've known, it just seems like a pretty big boomer energy. No, I'm changing the rules. It's for me. I don't wanna. Here, I'm doing this instead. And then it totally pays off. Just
Yeah, I
like
know. Right place, right time kind of.
yeah. And I guess maybe in the plus column of this book, it doesn't do that. He doesn't make up a lot of words at all in this one.
Right.
It's
Right.
more just like taking super simple words that rhyme and exploiting that, which may also be a little boomer energy, but it's nice for kids, I guess.
It is. Teachers love him because they get to do a lot of work. Repetition is the big deal in the
Uh,
classroom. I think Seuss, did we talk about Eric Carle? Yeah, we
yeah.
did. And the Very Hungry Caterpillar and how teachers liked that because of the primary colors and the kind of repetitive phrasing. And so
Mhm.
Dr. Seuss for sure had his day in the classroom.
Well, that
So
leads
these
me
guys kind of
to
have it made.
yeah, that's true. That leads me
Yeah,
to
they
another
get like
question
support
though.
from them.
Why is it green?
I
Do
Well,
we know?
maybe that's the version of the made up word in this situation.
Mm,
It's visual in this book.
yeah. So back to my tattoo. Back up to me. Okay. It's something I vaguely regret. I'll say that because it also has a lot of. I think it has like late '90s LSD connections. Like I feel
Oh,
like that was like a rave thing that I didn't know about at
oh,
all. Definitely.
not for you. You're just
Yeah.
saying in general.
No.
That's
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sure. I
the
raved.
zeitgeist. Yeah.
I did a lot of sober raves. Um. So if you had to get a tattoo of a children's book character, what children's book character would you get a tattoo of? Or first, do you have a children's book character tattooed on you?
I don't. I don't. This is a tough one. Oh no.
Oh
You
no,
know what's
Eric is
funny
falling down a
is like
well.
my first instinct is like where the wild things are because I love those drawings so much.
One of
Even though
the
we had a whole sesh on,
so we're talking
you know,
one of the wild things.
yeah, I think one of the wild things. They're
That,
beautiful, weird ass monsters that
mhm. Maybe bird head or person feet. That's what we
that was
call
your favorite. I don't
those.
think that was my favorite. I liked the bull head one, which maybe
Mhm.
was person feet. I can't remember.
I can't remember. Let's just say I wasn't looking at his feet. Okay. Uh,
What were you looking at?
Um, I was just reading. I have a hard time with the words sometimes because it's one long sentence there. You know,
Sorry. He has a lot
like
to
the
pay attention to
phrasing
in
is
that book.
tough. And the breath. It's a lot of breath work that I'm working on. So I don't have
Mhm.
time to be.
Yes.
Uh, so would you
Do you
try
get
green
if
eggs
you
and ham? Sorry, go ahead. You go.
Oh yeah. Well, no, we have to ask you have to answer the question because I think I hear
If I got
regret on the
another
cat in
one,
the
you
hat.
mean?
Yeah.
Oh, would this replace the cat in the hat?
Yes. Let's say
Oh,
you get a
great.
do-over. Your
Okay,
situation
beautiful.
is a do-over. Yeah.
Then I would pick. Hmm. Boy, that's actually hard. I didn't think about it at all.
I know,
Uh,
because they're so
uh, let's see. Oh,
didactic.
I would
People
say,
would know.
can I get frog and toad? Frog
Yeah.
on one ankle, toad on the other. I don't know why I'm stuck on the ankles, but I did say replace that tattoo. So otherwise, I'd put it on my like
Country.
frog on one cheek, toad on the other, really little.
He's pointing to his face cheeks
Yeah, my
for
face cheek.
reference.
Just yes, thank
Yeah.
you so
Yeah.
much.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, I think I'd get frog and toad somewhere. I like frog and
Okay.
toad a lot. They're classic. I don't feel like they're.
They are
Well, who
very
knows? I
funny.
guess I have not done a lot of research into Arnold Lobel.
I just had a memory
Oh
of
no.
this Cat in the Hat thing and just thinking about what you would replace it with. You frickin' wore a stocking cap that had Big Bird on it.
Oh, I did for sure. It was
Lots in high school. You were that guy. Yep.
uh-huh. I
And you'd
didn't.
wear them to dances
I would
in high school.
almost only wear them to dances.
Hmm.
That
I have
was
a strong visual of you hopping around goofily on the floor and Big Bird, who was kind of like an object on the top of
it
the
was an
in the
object.
hat.
The it looked more like Wembley from Fraggle Rock. I don't
Hmm.
know if you remember Fraggle Rock.
Eventually. Yeah. I mean, I
It
didn't
had a
like Fire Rock,
droopy beak.
but
So like the pom pom was Big Bird's hair and eyes and beak was all, and so really
yeah.
the stocking cap was
Yeah.
just a yellow stocking cap with Sesame Street and
Uh-huh.
a
Yep.
patch on it somewhere. That
Yep.
was a pretty good hat. That is a bad period of an embarrassing period of my life, I'll say, but I like the hat. I'd say I like
I
the
don't know.
hat.
It worked. Honestly, I know from my perspective, it worked for you. So
Well,
just
you
gonna
know
say
what
that.
it did for me is that I was very self-conscious, and it's the same reason that wearing wigs is so fun now, is that it allows you already look stupid right away, so then whatever you do, it fits what the expectations were. Whereas usually I look so cool, you know? It's like I'm
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
handsome, well put together, collected,
No. And
confident
when weird shit
looking.
comes out of your mouth, everyone's like,
Yeah. Whoa,
mind
whoa.
blown.
That
What's
yeah,
going on here?
I don't trust this guy. Yeah, so then I toss a Wembley hat on and bada bing, bada boom.
Um,
Yeah, what else? What else about this book? I don't have a lot to say,
mm,
honestly.
well, did you read it as a kid? I
Yeah, for
did.
sure. This might be like the book I read the most as a kid, like
Hmm.
definitely the Dr. Seuss book I read the most as a kid. Which is funny, I didn't even consider getting one of these. So I will tell you that before I got Cat in the Hat, I think I had the idea of the Lorax, but I
Uh-huh.
thought the color would be weird on my
Was it
skin
yellow?
color. Yeah, because he's kind of like
Yeah.
similar to my skin tone, so then it would be like,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
in retrospect, I should have done that. Well, I guess I should have done Frog and Toad.
Yeah. We've learned.
Yeah, I've really grown a lot. I thank you for doing this podcast with me because I feel like I'm really, really becoming a man.
Subtext here is just unearthing our childhood, inner children, and then giving them a place to grow and heal.
Exactly.
I
No longer subtext. I think that's going to be our new log line.
mean, yeah, I enjoy. I don't have a lot of critique of this one. This one does bring me back to childhood, a lot because I can just kind of immediately feel how I felt when I read this book, which was just sort of like curious and I think as a kid, it also helps me remember what like kids gravitate towards. Like I really gravitated towards like the pictures, even though there wasn't a lot of detail in them. Dr. Seuss is known for his like you said, furry people,
Hmm.
um, curious colors, like whimsical situations. There's like a, mouse in a house, and
Hmm.
then like the mouse in the house becomes a fox in a box, and they're all like very simple when you say it out loud, but the visuals, you're like, maybe, yeah, no, that's where I would eat it. I don't think I actually went through the exercise of deciding which one would be my favorite place to eat it.
Hmm. Oh no, I definitely didn't. I would say
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't, but I will. Yeah, and I guess it's nice that the turn at the end is kind of nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, maybe this is the lesson, like just beat somebody up
Yeah,
by asking them
Yeah,
how many times.
it's
Yeah,
funny
because
too.
harassment is
By the
still
way,
a successful tool.
it's funny that you think that it's an old guy and a youngster because I don't see it that. I always thought they were both old and one
Um,
was just little.
Well, the guy at the end,
Yeah, that's true.
we don't have a name for him. We don't have a name for this guy. He's got bags under his eyes. He's real droopy.
Maybe
He
he's
just
just
looks
not getting enough
like a beaten
protein.
up
Maybe that's the little
bear.
guy's point. That the little guy's like, that's his doctor. You need
Yep,
protein, bud.
his mouth and his eyes just it's like they get revitalized after eating one little green egg. Although
Yeah.
this would be the last place I would eat it after it was dipped in seawater,
Well, I don't
which
know. A little
is
salt. Maybe that's. I like salt on my eggies.
you could
Hey, sorry, I called
salt
them
your
eggies
ham
right
like
then. I
my
just, I
ham.
just talked to you like you were my daughter. Sorry about that.
Oh, no. It's taking you back.
uh-huh.
Hmm.
Eggies. So, would you recommend this? I'm acting like this is what we do.
Would you? Would you?
Would you recommend this? Yeah, I'm not gonna buy this book and read it. I feel like it might be. I can't tell if it would be fun or really annoying to read. Do you read it? Did you read it to Olive a lot?
Oh yeah, we used to read it all the time.
And it's
Yeah,
fun to
it's fun.
read.
You can do voices. Yep. There's like a moment where they go underwater, and I like to read it as a glug glug kind of voice.
Can I hear this glug glug voice?
Okay, so they're falling in the water
And
after
okay.
reaching the end of his rope, and he says, "I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like blam 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 blam."
That's pretty good. I was
It's
worried for a
hard to
second.
do.
I thought
It
that
could
she
be
was,
better with
yeah.
like a ping pong ball in my mouth or something.
Okay. Or you just dip it. You always bring like a little tub of water. Like you're really dedicated to this.
Yeah,
And then
or
you
just
just
like drink it while you talk and choke a little, like they probably are.
and then you're like in big and serious trouble. Olive's just laughing. You're like,
And I'm dry drowning. Yeah.
dry drowning. Speaking of those high school dances, we weren't allowed to do that at those. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you meant.
Well, I gotta say that's about all I have to say about green eggs and ham for today. How about you? You too?
That's all I have to say.
Okay, and the end. If you enjoy the, oh wait, sorry, is that too early?
A lot of order.
You're out of order. This whole podcast is out of order. If you enjoy the show, please rate and review and tell somebody you like about us. And if you don't like it, well, stop listening and tell somebody you hate. For a transcript of this episode or any episode, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address on your screen, and we'll send you back a post-it note that just says, "We don't have that." Until next time, good night, mush. Good night, creepy old lady. And good night, book.
The end.
Yeah, that's where it's supposed to go.